Something else that happens when we're not doing the Dogwoods Resort Canine Cam during the commercial break, you just see the sights and sounds of what's going on in the studios. So those of you that are on RADTV, you already know we have an interloper amongst us yet again in the studios. And Tanya wrote in, and it's all related. Just stay with me, people.
Okay.
Says, I finally get home after a very long of what should have been a very bad day. This was yesterday. The only reason it wasn't a bad day was because of how it started at 5 a.m. with a session at MAP training. A great way to set the mood for the day. After taking 2 weeks off from working out, ultimately fighting to come back because of some unexpected financial issues, and definitely being able to come back after the amazing support and help from Greg and his team, I have a huge amount of appreciation for everything you have done. I mean, I loved it before, but man, you're really making a difference. Not just in my life with my newfound love for working out, but in multiple people's lives. I can see big things are happening, and I can't wait. I am extremely proud to be part of this community, as she refers to Greg from trainwithmap.com, who is with us in the studio.
Yay!
Good morning, Greg.
Tonea.
So, yes, Tonea. I always do that. I always say Tanya. It's Tonea. Thank you. So she's referring to the main reason you're here, and then we're going to get to the fun, and then we're going to get back to the main reason you're here. But first, let's back it up. So she actually went to your gym, I guess, yesterday and trained, which is one of the many facets of MAP training. So we've got Maptrition, which are all of your products, which we're going to talk about because we've got a few emails about coming up, which you can get in the Stupid Store.
Superstore.
You just go to radradio.com. When you go to the Stupid Store,
Superstore.
There's a drop down. You go to Maptrition, you can get all the products, which we'll talk more about. And then you've obviously got the gym in Roseville, but you also do online training in a variety of ways. Like people can train with you and never meet you.
Yeah, all the time.
You'll send them, here's how you work out at home, or here's how you work out at wherever you are.
Yeah, and they'll meet with me or one of the trainers through Zoom every step of the way.
Because we got a lot of Reno listeners who are like, man, I could really use Greg, but God, he's all the way. Well, so they've got a membership wherever they go, or wherever they work out. And we had that great, I love that story about the woman who wouldn't even leave her apartment. And you somehow, you whipped her into shape, basically.
Yeah, she's one of our amazing transformations on the new website.
And then there's the meal planning. Which how expansive is that now? Because you're constantly moving that around, and so what are all the meal planning? Quickly, but you like the options there.
It just becomes whatever you want it to be. We used to just say, hey, these are the foods we're going to stick to. We'll try to work in your favorites. But now we just have so many different approaches. I'd say we have the magic bullet, so it can be whatever you want, and we'll know when you join.
And it's always important to point out when we get into that because people are like, some trainer's going to tell me I can never eat bacon again. You work around certain things where it's like, dude, I've got to be able to do this.
Yes, absolutely. And we try to form good habits around that thing. So if you're living on bacon, we're going to have a conversation.
But you're not going to take bacon away from them.
No.
And now what about, as we've talked a little bit, what about fast food?
Oh.
Same thing. I'm just as busy as the next guy. I might have you beat. So I can definitely help you work around fast food, find the best option, or replace it if it is an option.
Now, speaking of why you're so busy, you have a very exciting announcement for everybody. What is going on?
Okay, so the mini backstory. The first MAP training facility was 1,500 square feet. The current Roseville location is about 3,500 square feet.
That current one was like the emergency COVID spot, right? Do I have the history right on that?
Yep,
okay. Exactly. And then you expanded to the 3,500.
Yep, okay. Which has been amazing. We have some incredible people that have been with us since we opened.
And by the way, Kyle, when was the last time you were there?
This morning.
That a boy.
2:40 a.m. I walked through the door.
Because it's 24 hours, and the members they have a code to get in.
Yep.
Was anybody there, Kyle? Or was it just you?
No, it was just me this morning. But usually there is a maggot that does show up. God, it's not Kathy. What is it?
Mary.
Oh my God, Mary. Thank you.
Kathy?
I know she reminds me of my grandma, and her name's Kathy, so I associate the name.
I hope she takes it as a compliment.
I would hope so.
She's awesome, dude. She's cool.
Yeah, they're all cool, and they're so cool. They came over this week to join us at the brand new health club facility that we opened. That is 16,000 square feet.
What?
Saunas, spin room, yoga facility,
what?
2 different areas to work out. It's massive.
That is incredible.
Now-
It's wild.
Oh my God.
Is this a replacement for the Roseville area or an expansion?
It's an expansion. We're keeping both locations, and they're 2 totally different vibes. And some background on the Granite Bay location, which is where the health club is. It has no personality right now. We acquired another gym that was doing everything wrong. Obviously, they weren't us, right? So we're taking over. We're turning it around. We're bringing some personality to it, replacing all the equipment, and just going the way.
So, okay, first, is it open?
It is open.
Okay, what is it called? MAP training?
It will be. It currently has another name on it,
Okay.
but Black Dog is on their way over
Okay.
to start switching out signs and putting up banners as we start to
So
switch it over.
is this what we call the soft opening?
Yes.
And then there'll be an official. Is there an official grand opening date yet?
We will. It's probably going to be August 15th or so will be like the grand opening when we have everything ready. But you know me, I'm 10,000 miles an hour. There's already equipment piled in front of the door. I have to ask people to walk around. Like, just because it's prettier doesn't mean I'm not me.
So somebody could show up today
Absolutely.
and
yeah.
join or work out or whatever. Okay, where exactly is it in Granite Bay?
We are right on the corner of Auburn, Folsom Boulevard, and Douglas.
Oh, I know exactly
Oh,
what.
that- yeah, yes.
I know what you took over then.
Yes,
you do.
exactly.
Really?
Oh my
Yes.
God. Wow, that's incredible.
It's wild.
No, that oh my God, I want to get up and hug you.
Wait.
That's amazing.
Auburn,
And,
Folsom, and Douglas.
and like you said, you started, what was it, 1,200 or?
Yeah, like 1,500
So
square feet.
and then you go to 3 something.
Yep.
I mean, this is like whoosh, right? Like,
I mean, if you're going to go big, go
yeah,
big, right?
No, that's
So
incredible.
which side of Douglas is this on? Like, is there a grocery store
Across the street.
okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
you're across the street from what?
So I'm in the same complex as Dutch Brothers.
Okay, just so people can start to get a visual.
Yeah, it's probably the best reference.
And especially
Yeah.
since your sign isn't up yet, and we don't want to mention the old place, so they might have to for a few days drive around. But how soon is little Charlie from
It's not little.
Black Dog Graphics hoping to have the signage up? Do we know?
We were actually kickboxing together this morning, so he is coming by
God.
on Monday.
What do you like? Tie a foot behind your back,
Stop it right now. Oh my gosh.
or do you put him on a stool,
Man.
or how does that
Oh, my
work?
Lord.
Better watch
kidding.
out. He's been touching his toes. He's
This,
ready.
hey, this is why I actually don't ever meet in person with Charlie, because I know he could kick my ass. the only advantage I have is arm reach. I could hopefully just like keep
Stop
him
it.
at bay. by
Oh my
putting my
gosh.
hand out.
Yeah, he will be there on Monday to switch out the monument signage, which I cannot believe I got this approved. It is going to be neon map green right on the road. You
Oh,
can't miss it.
wow.
Yeah, I thought for sure the
Wow.
landlord was going to say no, but I got the okay and took action.
Wow.
So, yeah, the flags and the signage will be up Monday. Our banner will be up Monday. The old signs will be coming down. You'll see the painting start on Saturday. Yeah, we're moving quick.
Are any of these details up online yet?
Not yet. I've
Okay.
been kind of holding it under wraps until we got some personality going, because if you came in now, it kind of feels like an anytime fitness in an old person's community. If I were to give you a presence. So as we add some attitude to it, I'll
Oh, that's great.
you know, here we are.
And are you keeping all the things like you mentioned? You said there was yoga and this or that.
We're
or,
expanding
like-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they haven't. The previous gym didn't offer a lot. They kind of just had this slow death. So I'd like to say I came in and saved the day, but I've got a team of 4 or 5 different yoga instructors starting, 2 spin instructors. I'm bringing a bunch of trainers in. Yeah, we're doing it all.
Nice.
So it will ultimately, within a couple weeks, it will offer yoga and everything else. Mention everything else again.
Yeah, yoga and spin are starting next week. MMA in all facets, jiu-jitsu and kickboxing are starting the following week, taught by pro fighters.
Dang.
I'm bringing a bunch of my certified trainers over to do our group personal training and one-on-ones. And we're also going to offer the nutrition and the accountability coaching out of that facility as well.
Now, is this old school gym template where you have to join to get any of this, or is it pay-per-view kind of thing, a la carte? How does all this work?
A la carte. Well, you can't get results a la carte, but you don't have to sign up for everything. We're going to individualize the programs. So if you want to come in just for training sessions, you can do that. If you want to come in just for open gym and yoga, you can do that as well.
Yoga's the one I was really thinking of, because there's a lot of people I know personally that their life is yoga, and the rest of it they've either got handled or they're just like, I'm not interested. But they're always, I meet so many yoga people that are always looking for a really good place to do yoga. So that if they just said, this is my new yoga place, that'll work too.
Absolutely.
So is this new facility also open 24/7, and does my fob still work to come in? Can I come into the new one?
That's a good question.
You can absolutely come into the new one. As of now, it is not 24/7. It's 4:30 a.m. to about 9 p.m.
I got you.
Monday
That's
through Friday,
great.
and then it's also got weekend hours as well. I'll work on the 24-hour thing, but because it's a little bit more A-class facility, I got to be a little more careful.
Yep. No, understood. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you said there's a sauna
Sauna in both locker rooms.
and hot tubs. Did you say?
No hot tubs.
Okay.
We're either going to do a therapy room or a cafe. So I'm open to votes on that.
Sorry, that was my business mind. I was starting to go to liability.
Yeah.
If it's 24/7, because at the Roseville place, like when Kyle goes, like there's nobody there, unless it's
Yeah.
Mary or Kathy or
Yeah,
whatever
it's
her name
Mary. Yeah.
is. And you've got this great honor system, and you've got all these great members, and they keep the place clean, and all that. But when you start having people that are unattended, it around these other things, your insurance agent's gonna be like, Greg, come on.
Yeah, you'd be mind blown. Even the employees that we're keeping on from the previous gym, I brought bands and new equipment in. They're like, Greg, you should really be careful. We have a theft problem. I'm like, we won't soon. Hold on.
When Greg said cafe, I don't know why the memory popped in my head. Remember the gym we used to work out of, Rob, in Reno?
Yep.
And it was when we were in our 20s. And, you'd go in there and it was like hardcore and you're doing all the things, but they had a bar. So then you'd always end up, especially on a Friday night, you've all worked out so hard and now we're all sitting around drinking margaritas.
Sounds awesome.
It really kind of was.
It was. Yeah. And it's like, we'll work it off again tomorrow. It's Saturday.
All right, so that's the newest location of MAP training. It's in Granite Bay at the corner of Auburn, Folsom, and Douglas. But it's the soft opening, the hard opening, the big sign. Hopefully by Monday, coming August 15th, and we'll have all the details on trainwithmap.com. Meanwhile, you'll continue to offer everything else that we talked about for anybody that isn't local in any way.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's get to some questions. I mentioned Maptrition. By the way, it's Greg from trainwithmap.com. Phone number is 888-989-9811. You can email us, rad@radradio.com. So Maptrition is the nutrition line for MAP training. Get it? MAP.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. It's at radradio.com. You go to the Stupid Store.
Superstar.
Justin says, I ordered the multivitamins for my wife and myself, and the ingredients are identical on both, even in the male-female support sections. Can you let me know what is different between the two?
What's different is Greg's Photoshop skills aren't that awesome all the time. So not only did I name them and formulate them, I made the labels and sent them over to Charlie. And what he ended up with was the male label with the female title on it. The main differences between the two, I'm human. The main differences between the two is the hormone balance formula. So if you look on the website, if you still have that bottle, you're not taking it every day, so you should probably get a new one. I already fixed that problem. But it will list out all the different ingredients in the hormone balancer, because one's going to promote more testosterone in men and one's going to kind of balance the difference between estrogen, testosterone, and some other stress hormones in the women.
And this is the one where the label also says to take two at the same time, but you did that for ease, whereas you would actually say morning and night.
Absolutely.
And this is your idea of the ultimate like this is the minimum, the bare minimum of what somebody should be taking.
Everybody.
There's no limit. There's nothing wrong. And there's no one who should not be taking these.
Yeah, and I get questions all the time. If I'm pregnant, if I'm elderly, if my kid, everyone can take a multivitamin and should, because no matter how clean you eat, you're likely to be missing something in your diet from a micronutrient standpoint, like vitamins and minerals. And if you are, other results get harder, because you kind of have to shuffle the muscle building and fat burning up the priority list for your body.
So in the multivitamins, which they have their fun little names. What are your fun little names for these things?
The Bella and the Jack of all.
There we go. Jack of all. And that was your wife's idea, right? The Jack of all?
Oh, no, I had to name myself. She didn't give me a
Oh, I
nickname.
thought you said that one was her name. Okay.
No, that was mine. Bella's what I call my wife.
Oh, that's the connection.
That's
Okay.
sweet.
So,
Yeah.
but that's like that. The reason I bring that up, that's the baseline, that's the bare minimum, because the sexy Maptrition products are the ones that people really pay attention to. So, where are we at with protein powders and all those? Because your flavors change and inventory changes. So, what's hot right now, and what do we got?
The hotness. So, and I can give you the premise of what's coming. We are going to discontinue the determined protein powder, just because the cost of whey has skyrocketed, and I wouldn't pay what needs to be charged for those, so I'm not going to charge other people that,
Nice,
right?
yeah.
The newest formula that we've come out with is the Swiss Chocolate Max Work. It literally tastes like hot cocoa. It's
my
amazing. And my little claim to fame, one big factor for proteins is how much protein is in a scoop. And the market average for most proteins is like 65 to 70%. Ours is 80% per scoop. So it blends really well with water. You wouldn't have to blend it. You could even just shake it, and it's amazing.
Wow.
But you could also do it with milk.
Yeah, milk, anything, whatever fits your diet.
Okay, so then we got what else? We got the Smasher.
Yeah.
So where are we at with Smasher?
Yeah, so with Smasher, we have the watermelon formula and the lemonade formula in super high amounts. Like, we are ready to rock. And I'm doing my best to keep everything in stock. So for the proteins, the Swiss chocolate is in stock in full effect. The twisted cinnamon formula is coming, and the one edit you'll see there is it's going to be stevia based instead of sucralose based. So for anyone that
I
was
like
deep on
that.
sucralose,
Okay. Yeah.
We wanted to
That's
offer
my
both
problem.
options.
Yeah, I'm better with the stevia.
By the way,
So that's amazing. Yay. Okay.
That lemon Smasher is amazing.
it's how I get things done.
And we should actually talk about that, because a lot of people, when we talk about Smasher, I know Kyle, you remain a huge fan.
Yes. so. Absolutely. I'd have to take it every time I go work out.
And a lot of people they go, oh wait, it's just an energy drink. I'm gonna crash and all this, and it's not that.
It's not that at all. I mean, I formulated it purposefully to reduce caffeine intake throughout the day. So if you are like a high coffee drinker and you're that person that drinks 2 extra larges a day, 1, stop going to Starbucks. But 2, this is something that could readily replace that. It's not going to have you jumping out of your seat. It'll allow you to focus. It has way more benefits than, say, a coffee or an energy drink does. And it's just be a little bit cleaner for your body.
I always forget too. Every time you're on, we should always at least quickly mention you've got a whole bunch of letters after your name. You're a certified blah 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 and what's the quick list?
I mean, trainer, correction exercise specialist, nutritionist. That was a 4-year degree. Yeah, plenty of stuff.
Former professional athlete and all this other crap.
Sports nutritionist.
In other words, he's not just some weirdo that doesn't know what he's talking about. All right, emails are coming in, rad@radradio.com for Greg from trainwithmap.com. Brianna just wrote in, says, my son was walking past while I'm watching Rad TV, and he said, that guy on Rad looks like Greg from your gym.
Aww.
I looked at him and said, how do you think I learned about the gym? And he doesn't go there, he owns it. My son goes to the sessions with me, and he clearly didn't realize how I became a member.
Oh.
That's awesome. I know who that is, and she's doing great, by the way. So
And so kids are, what do they do? You have a nursery, or what do they do?
No. Well, we don't offer kids care or anything at either gym, but I understand that parents got to work out, and it's got to happen. So if your kid, depending on age, is able to work out, we let them in. And if they can't and they want to just hang out with an iPad at the front and with our front desk staff, they're welcome to.
What about pets?
That's really nice.
Sorry, Roscoe doesn't like other dogs, and he goes everywhere.
Oh, that's right. Roscoe the dog is okay.
Yeah, so Roscoe sleeps on the front counter at Granite Bay.
Cute.
Joe wrote in about the new location of MAP training, not replacing the original one in Roseville, but in Granite Bay at Auburn, Folsom, and Douglas. Says, will the new location have a stock of your nutrition supplies available for purchase?
Yes, everything is coming in as far as where we are going to put it in the front area, but we have the stock and we're ready to put it in there.
Similar question to what Kyle asked, maybe identical, but we can't repeat these things too often. Can members go to both locations?
Yes, absolutely. So I will say, because we're offering so much at the Granite Bay location, we will be changing the price from what people pay in Roseville. If you're a current member or are signing up very quickly, you totally can keep the best price in the house, but act fast.
What if somebody, for example, in Reno reaches out to you and they get on your meal plan and or they start doing online workouts, and then they're going to be in Sacramento area for a weekend? Can they come to either of these gyms?
Yes, please. I invite people all the time, and we offer them like a hybrid option. So if you are an online member and you want to come to a workout, please, we would love to have you. Just give me a heads up.
What's the easiest way for somebody to get a hold of you or to join or to figure out if they're interested, that kind of thing?
Yeah, honestly, trainwithmap.com. If you click the contact us button, I'm the first person to see those emails. You can do that from trainwithmap.com/radradio. You can email me at greg@trainwithmap.com. I'm not going to give you my cell phone. I'm not that nice, but you can reach me anywhere.
After you leave, I'll just give it out on the air. Don't
Perfect.
All right, we got this one from Joy.
Hey, Joy.
Says, I am one of Greg's clients, and I have to say he is the best person ever. Wow. The best person ever.
Well, read the rest of the email.
I have never had... I'm getting to it. I have never had any success with anyone else.
I love that.
Greg really helped me focus on my nutrition and re-taught me how to eat, and I cannot believe how far I've come, and it's because he has been there with me every step of the way. I joined on December 11th, 2022. As of July 27th, 2023, I believe that's yesterday, I have lost 72 pounds.
Oh, my gosh.
When Greg did the red carpet challenge a few months ago, I somehow won the grand prize.
Oh, my gosh.
For all the people who have doubts about being online, trust me, you can do it. I'm in Reno.
Oh,
And Greg is in Roseville.
Wow.
Thank you to the RAD team for bringing Greg to our attention. Let's back up. What was the red carpet challenge for people who don't know or don't remember?
So it was a version of our 6-week challenge that we offer all the time, which you can still get on the website. We just run it in increments. We just really hone in very quickly. And normally in our 6-week challenge, what we see is 15 to 20 pounds lost or 4% body fat. And we actually guarantee those results if you follow the steps.
By the way, don't tell Shelby from financewithshelby.com, who I know you know. No one gets more email reactions instantaneously than you do, because that's how like prevalent nutrition, weight, body image, health is. The minute you get on, people just start going insane. So I try to get through as many of these as I can.
And just you, Greg's personality is just like, oh my God, I want to know that. I want to be a part of that. Who is this guy? guy.
Come over.
We got this one that says, it's from Name Withheld Woman. I've fallen off the exercise train. I'm still eating to the original script I was given by Greg. Okay, so she is a client. With a drop in breakfast, switching it out with protein coffee. I'm still having a hard time getting to the gym before or after work. The obvious choice is get over it and get to the gym, but do you have any other advice?
I'd love to know more. So if I could find out who it is, just send me one message that says I need help, and we'll just schedule a call. I'll get on a Zoom with you, or you can come by the gym, and we'll figure out what the best habit-forming move is.
Because your answer is not going to be, just get over it. I mean, you've never not had an answer. In the year plus we've been working together, you will always find a different way.
Yeah, there's where there's a will, there's a way. If you want to do it, let's find a way.
Robert says, hi, Greg. I'll start with a little background. I'm 39. I work construction 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, 5'9", 235 pounds. I'm overweight and feeling like I'm getting weaker. I want to get into better shape, but diet changes alone aren't cutting it. How do I find the energy to work out and still have some left in the tank to play with my 3 daughters at the end of the day?
You are a machine. So I would almost guarantee, just based on your job and the fact that you said the word diet, that you are trying to eat less to lose weight. And at 12 hours of construction, I guarantee you need to eat more than you're eating now. I mean, I would take that bet any day. So I think you just need a little bit more structure. You need to not be afraid of carbohydrates, because that's going to be your main source of energy. And you just need some consistency. I'm happy to draw that up for you, but I think it's going to be really simple steps. And again, habit forming.
By the way, I'll get back to the emails, I promise, but you mentioned this diet thing. Every now and then, if something goes viral, I go, I got to talk to Greg about this. So just a few weeks ago, former NFL Super Bowl champion Russell Okung of the Seattle Seahawks 2014 Super Bowl team